Yo, 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 yo. We should be going live. What's up, my people? There we go. There we go. It says we're live. What's up, my people? Welcome back. It's your boy HOUTX Trader Nick here. And we're going to take a look at these markets. I'm going to try something a little different here. I'm actually going to open up the old Zoom Rooskies and see what happens when I try to do both at the same time. See what happens. Participant copy invite link. Just for shits and giggles, as they say. I don't know who they are, but I'm sure someone says that because I've heard it before. Let's see. Let's see if I get some peeps join on the Zooms or if everyone just goes to the YouTubes. So we'll have it sitting here. I don't see anyone on here yet, so I'm not going to go into my spiel just yet. Let's minimize this. What's up? What's up, D? Mr. Lau in the house. What's up, my brother? I don't know. Oh, yo. There we go. There we go. My mic's on now. What's up, D? Mr. Lau's in the house. What's going on, Dragon?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey. So I'm doing YouTube live and Zoom at the same time. So we'll see how this pops off and see if this works. And yeah.
Are you gonna show your? Are you doing the charts on both of them or just YouTube?
Well, no, I'm doing the live feed on YouTube, but I threw the Zoom link out to you guys. So if y'all have questions, y'all can interact with me. And then anyone else that's on the YouTubes, like Mr. Fats over there, Unclear, just hit the chats up. And yeah, am I looking for soul to dump? That's the first question of the night. We'll just go and do that right now before I get into my craziness here. I'm not really looking for soul to quote unquote dump. I'm looking for soul to hit about $90. So I was looking at this the other day, and I see this consolidation. I see this low, and what I want to happen is it comes down. The market clears this low right here. I want to see this come up. It's doing what it's doing now. I'd like to see it. It already did this. So what's it going to do now? It's going to do two things. Either it's going to pop up and take out all, come up here and get into this area before it sells off, or hopefully, what I'm hoping it does is it comes down here, finds this Fibonacci at 618, which is also the 27 extension for this, comes down here. This has also been previous support, takes this low out, finds this area right here about $90, and then shoots off to set all-time highs, or at least get back up in this $124 range. That's what I'm hoping for on Solana. So I'm not buying any more Solana right now. I'm waiting for this dip. And I think the dip's going to be at 90. I mean, it might come down to 77, but with Solana, for me, it's more of a buy and hold kind of situation. So I'll be able to put some money, into Solana here and just see what happens. Because if we come back out to the daily, let's reset, it popped off and it's coming down. There's one push, two push. That's the third push down. So if we look at an Elliott wave situation here, and we can clean this up, but Elliott waves are one push, two push, three push, then reversal. So if we look at this, you see the first push, retracement. Second push was in this area, retracement. Third push, retracement. And so now it's going to I'm hoping it just comes to this area here and gives like a head and shoulders and then pops off. That's what I think Solana is going to pop off. That's what I think it's going to do. But good question there, Mr. Fats. FATEZ, I guess Fates. Hope I'm not pronouncing that wrong, buddy. Welcome to Board 8 people. If anybody in here for the Board 8, we got 4 on YouTubes and we got a couple here on the Zooms. Welcome Wayne, Dragom, and of course D. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. So let's review the trades that we took today. I think on the morning call, I called out this US 30 trade. I know that we looked at it last night, and we were expecting to take this US 30 trade originally last night, like around this area, and then for it to pop off. But as you can see, one thing I told you guys last night, we have to wait for the RSI. So when it got down into this area, the RSI was not oversold. So I did not take my entries here. Okay. I held off. So that's why we waited. Okay. And then since this did not hold, and we knew it was not going to hold because, again, it's not oversold on the 1 hour RSI. So we just sat on our hands. And plus, look at this super strong bullish move. So we're like, hey, there's no reason to pop trades here. Let's wait, and we'll draw our fib from top to bottom this way. And look what happened. 78.6. It rejected and closed above it 2 times.
Nick, sorry, it's Wayne here. I don't see anything on your screen.
Oh, shit. Am I doing this whole thing with... damn it.
I was just on my phone, and then I...
Oh, you know what? It's sharing on YouTube's, and it's not sharing on the Zooms. Okay. My bad. Well, at least... Okay, the guys on YouTube at least got it. That's...
Oh, there we go.
Fuck, man.
Thank you.
My bad. No worries. Let me minimize all my shit and get it right here. Okay, so that's on here.
There we go.
Yeah. You guys got it there. I just want to make sure I have my YouTube stuff going, and I can see you guys because I need to see you guys' chats. So, okay, there we go. I got so many screens going on right now. So let me do Solana real quick again because you guys were just listening to me. Solana is a crypto on the Solana network, obviously, and I'm in with the Bored Ape Solana Club, and we have NFTs on Solana. So a lot of people in the BASC want to see what Solana is going to do because obviously that directly determines the value of our NFTs. And so I was looking at Solana, and I was saying that I'm hoping that this does a Elliott wave. Let me draw it again for you one more time. One leg push. This is really considered like the second leg because it just kept hitting this top. Second leg, and then it retraced, and then it broke a third leg, and now it came back up. So what I'm hoping for is a head and shoulders at the 61.8 right here. That's also the TP extension for this first leg down. So I'm hoping it comes here at the $90, which is an also psychological level, and then pops off. So that's what I'm looking for on Solana. This is more like a buy and hold. So if it gets into drawdown, it gets down here, it's okay. I'm not margin trading this. I'll be ready to hold this trade, this buy. And it's real money buy and trade, buy and hold up to the 143 mark. If I buy it at 90, I get out 143. I'm stoked. I'm out, and I'll call it a day. Go to the other cryptos. Let's go back to the dirtiest of 30. Okay, rewind, reset. Here we go, guys. Okay, so yesterday we saw that going into last night that this was like all-time highs. There's no structure up above it for us to work off of. So the only thing we can do is, in my opinion, is to sell. Is to buy. I know there's a lot of guys in our group who were trendline guys, and they trendlined it and they sold it, and that's congratulations. That's a hell of a trade. I'm not a trendline guy. I don't trade trend lines because why? I mean, if you're going to sell it right here, there's a good chance it's going to find some sort of support in here and break all these all-time high, and you might have got smashed. So I don't trade that way. I want to see a Fibonacci again from bottom to top. We knew that this low was not going to hold right here because the RSI was not oversold. So I was not taking trades in this area like we thought last night it might have held. We waited all the way down to this bottom 78.6. Then we can see the RSI is oversold. So now we're thinking, okay, we have a Fibonacci, we have the oversold on the RSI. This is our two most important things. On top of that, we had liquidity here. So liquidity has been taken, oversold the RSI and our fibs. We've got 3 confirmations right off the bat right there. You do have this larger trend line on the bottom, and we can zoom out. Maybe it's like the 4 hours. You can see that. The larger trend line on the bottom, which is right here, this bottom here, and this is getting right into that area. So we're like, okay, now we've got 4 stacked up. 4 reasons why this should turn around. Let's come to a smaller time frame, right? The 15-minute. And what do we have? We have from here, it's kind of far away, but at the time it was getting into divergence. And if we go even a little bit smaller, let's reset again. This is now in our time frame. And look, this is low. That's the low. this is getting lower in the price while it's getting less, RSI is getting less overbought. It's getting weaker. So this is a 2-touch. I'd like to see a 3-touch, but we didn't get the 3rd touch. It's okay because I already entered. The 3rd touch was right here, and which is right there, and it comes back and touches it. So if you didn't catch this entry, you could have definitely caught that small entry right there on the 3rd touch of the oversold of the RSI. So I caught it almost perfectly on the 78.6 because I seen this this divergent on the smaller time frame, and so we pulled the trigger, and that was our entry, and it was within just a few pips of drawdown, which is crazy good. On our exit strategy, so the reason why I got out of the trade, excuse me, I closed a portion. I closed half. I closed 50% because I taught you guys yesterday, and this is the first time I had mentioned this to you guys, I believe, about the kissing candles, and some people call it trap candle, and that's Go ahead. If you had a
Sorry, that
question.
was my wife talking when I joined in.
Oh yeah, no worries, Colton. Oh, by the way, what's up, Colton? Thanks, Tristan, Colton, and Andrew. Thanks you guys for joining in. Appreciate that, and thanks everybody who's on the YouTube. So, yeah, so this is what I told you guys yesterday, which is the trap candle. You'll hear me refer to them as a kissing candle or 50-50. So if you think about traders and you think about people who are buying and selling, this is on a 30, but I think it's also on the 1. It's also on the 1 hour, okay? If this pops off and now it's selling, right? Now we have another strong engulfing. There's probably a lot of people who were trying to buy in this area because they're thinking this is a fake out, right? And they're thinking, oh, that's just a fake out for this all time to reset. And just for shits and giggles, let's draw that fib, okay? So it comes up, it kind of consolidates, it breaks this liquidity, and it hits this 61.8, and people are going to start trying to jump in and get back in longs. And that's why we have this little candle right there, this kissing candle. So that, for me, was an indication that, hey, maybe I should start to scale out of this trade in this area. Also, on our broker, you do see a gap there. As you guys know, our breaker sometimes will skip back and forth, so we don't really pay gaps that much of attention, but it's definitely a target because the market moved aggressively. And so, yeah, I drawed out the fair value gap because people in the chats were talking about fair value gaps. And what that is, just when you have the wick of one candle and you look for the wick of the next candle, which there is no wick down here, that gap right there is considered a fair value gap. Now, you would have had one here all the way down to here as well, but you can see it came and retraced it. So anytime you have a fair value gap like this, you could also use that as a target where the market will need to come back up and close that gap because it doesn't allow equal opportunity for participation of buyers and sellers. If there was people trapped in the market like right here, it did not give them a chance to get out of their trades. It just slammed down and screwed them. So they're going to push that market back up to relieve themselves, and then it can come down. And that's exactly what happened. So I took 50% literally right at the kissing candles, and I got the rest of it running. So what are we going to do now on 30, right? Let's zoom out a bit and let's think. All right, guys, so what do we always talk about? We always talk about liquidity. Okay, so if this was liquidity here that it needed to grab, it'd come down and got it, and that should give it enough juice to break these two. Okay, because these two here are going to be liquidity as well. All right. So now what is it going to do? Is it going to come back down? Does it have enough? I don't know. Is it going to come back down and maybe double bottom? Maybe clear all this shit? I don't know. But I'm hoping that it's going to continue up. So this would be the internal breaker structure. This would be the pullback, maybe retest this trend line and keep going. Therefore, I have protected, but I haven't taken the whole thing. I'm going to let it run because my TP1 should at least be this right here. And so then what we're going to see, if it's going to sell off, we're going to want it to at least clear this and find this as resistance, the next one. So we need to get it in this area and then sell off. So what we would do in that situation is you would draw the fib from there, top to bottom. You would mark out your sell zone, which, you know, that would actually kind of be like a double top right there, right? Sell zone.